Christ is Lord. Hallelujah. Worthy is the Lamb of the Lord. Holy, holy, holy you are. Every knee shall bow, every tongue shall confess that Jesus Christ is Lord. Jesus Christ is Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. From the bottom of my heart to the depths of my soul. Yes, Lord. Completely yes. My soul says yes. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. From the bottom of my heart to the depths of my soul. Yes, Lord. Completely yes. My soul says yes. And I will serve no foreign God, nor any other treasure. You are my heart's desire, a spirit without measure. Unto your name I will bring my sacrifice. I will serve no foreign God, nor any other treasure. You are my heart's desire, a spirit without measure. Unto your name I will bring my sacrifice. Unto your name I will bring my sacrifice.
Good morning.
It is. He's going to turn it up a little bit.
Turn it up. Oi. Good morning. The plan is everyone has to share what they experienced throughout the week. So we want to take the whole time. Maybe each can take like 3 minutes. I told them just,
Be close to the mic. Close to the mic.
I'll go first. My experience on our mission trip over there on Saipan, and I really love it because we're we're more like closer to each other. When we go out as a team doing God's work is it's really good, and our relationship is, I think it's more closer than when we have it here on campus. We sleep in the same building, eat in the same building. Every morning we wake up and we have our breakfast, we tell story, we laugh together. It's really nice. And the second thing, about the barbecue. I really enjoy our time when we go on the beach and do barbecue. Many people will come and they eat with us. We share the food with them. And there is a guy from Palauan. I forgot his name, but he wants to help me do barbecue. And while we doing barbecue the chicken, I start thinking where do I start my conversation with this young man. And all of a sudden, this guy just started out asking a question about PI. And then I tell him about PI. I talked to him and share with him about PI. And it's deep down in my heart, I'm really thankful and thank God that He helped me know where do I start my conversation with this guy.
I'll be the answer. Okay, for me, I already told my team last night when we had a meeting and practice. A lot of the experience I have learned just watching my group grow in doing the mission. God has been working in their life, and I'm really amazed by just witnessing how God works in different people. And the way I really also admire a lot of people in this group, like the leadership and the young ones like Mary that joins, and I really encouraged by their ministry to the people. And I know that God is, no matter what kind of people we are, God is powerful, and His power is not limited to use whoever we are in our ability. We can able whether to sing or just talk. He can use every one of us, and that's what I learned, and that will be it. Thank you.
Okay, good morning. Hold my two things that I was really blessed with in Saipan was learning to be patient and learning to be humble. I thought I was always humbled, but then I think I learned more in Saipan to become more humble, and I just thank the Lord for allowing me to go to Saipan and to learn those two things, mainly to be patient and to be humble. And I thank the Lord for blessing me with that. And one thing that I really enjoyed in Saipan was visiting Mariana's high school. That's where I learned patience and humbleness through the students. They showed a lot of respect, and they were patient with our presentations, and they enjoyed us talking about PIU, and they loved this guy. Yeah. They loved Maddie, and yeah, that's my experience in Saipan, and I just want to thank you all for praying. The trip went really well. It was, I feel that the Lord was with us all the way until today. Yeah, thank you.
My experience, what I really liked was my talent. I got to share my talent, and I think that's what really connected me with the students. And yeah, it was a good experience, so make use of your talents in a good way. And the other experience I liked was our team. I think the most challenging part was getting up in the morning, but I was really inspired with how our team got up and was willing to get up and show happiness in the morning, sharing devotion and just sharing our meal. Yeah, that's what I experienced, and I love my team. I love you all.
Good morning. I just want to share 3 things that I enjoyed most about this team. One is cooking for them breakfast. And second, I enjoy interacting with the tourists while we were doing barbecue, because they don't speak English at all. So I was trying, all those things that I learned in ministry class, So I keep pointing, I keep doing like this, I keep going like this. I keep saying God, food, PIU student, Bible. But I think they think I was crazy, so it's okay. And the last thing is, I enjoy having our son with us. It was really challenging, I'll tell you the truth. Because I want to be part of the team. I want to be with these guys as they practice and all that, but it's either me or Nanay that has to take care of baby. So since it's her first time, I took baby away and I let her enjoy the practice and all that, or the time with the students. And thank you, Alex. Thank you, PIU. Thank you, everyone that allowed me to be part of this team. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I don't know what to say. The trip was just beyond blessing to us. I experienced a lot. I literally got to interact with the students. When we went out there, it was nothing but a blessing. First, we thought, it was way beyond my expectation. I wasn't expecting like anything else. But when we went there, I was just expecting to eat biscuit or tunas but we went there and we were literally almost every day we were eating good food. Like staying in the dorm, every morning I never eat eggs. But on our trip, Davey got to every dish, every meal he has to cook anything with eggs. Because right outside our place was the chicken farm. But I'm really glad to be one of the members in this team because I mostly discover every places in Saipan, not like the others. They didn't go to other two places in Saipan. I actually went to the casino, not to play, but to like sightseeing. So I went to the casino and I went to eat at one of the best restaurants in, and I could say expensive restaurant in Saipan, but it wasn't us who paid for it. It was a blessing from other people. And yeah, like others say, morning is not my time. I never wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning just to smile at the people. But on that very first night, very first morning we arrived at Saipan. One of the girls, she was like, "Where is Davy, Nai, and Billy?" And I told her they went to get a car, I guess. And then she's like, "But we don't know the direction. Where are we gonna go?" And I'm like, "Just be patient. God will show us a way to go." And then the next thing we know, Freddy is like coming up. He's like running across our way to the airport. And then she said, "But look at this car, really small. How are we gonna take all this suitcase?" And then, right at that moment, I said, "God will provide. Just don't worry about it." And then 2 trucks literally pulled over, and I'm like, I won't mention her name, but I called her. I said, "Hey, what about those 2 trucks now?" And she just couldn't talk back to me, and I was like, "You see, I'm probably sure that God is just testing our faith. So have faith in Him and be patient." Thank you.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Okay, for me, I just want to give thanks to the leaders, Billy, Nai, and Davey, and also all of you guys for praying for the mission team. And for me, I enjoy always getting lost. So I could see the old place. And yeah. I just want to give thanks to God for the mission team that I joined, and for the people that I get to share with them, like God's word, and also PIU. So thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is my first mission trip, and like what they said, it is a true blessing for all of us. but that doesn't mean it's always perfect. Being in Saipan, for me and as a Christian, I feel like I was walking on thin ice. Like every little things upset me quickly, easily, and I hate that feeling. I hate that part. But at the end, I still pray, asking God for His guidance, and but the most important thing is throughout this mission trip, I've never felt happiness. Working with all of these guys and working with the people, it's just I can say a new different kind of happiness that it's so new to me to experience, and I am so happy that I get to experience this feeling. Sorry, but yeah, praise God and thank you all for praying.
Thank you, Jella. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
My experience in Saipan was building a canoe. I really enjoy doing that. I never see those kind of big canoes, but I got to build one and see that kind of canoe. So yeah. And I also blessed with this team, like they also already mentioned, for Nina and Davey, Uncle Dave. Billy, that's Billy. They show us a good example and show us the love. They show us the love. They wake up in the morning and cook breakfast for us. And I feel like I'm a princess or something like that because I woke up and there's food on the table. And we have classmates from FCC and they're young like us, their age they're same as us, and I didn't accept that they're gonna come and treat us like we're it's like they're showing some love for us with food, and they treat us like we're old or something like that. Because for me, I didn't accept that they're gonna come and give us food, give us something we didn't expect to receive. But they come and spend time with us, and I'm so blessed with that because I never accept that from them. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I learned a lot from this trip, especially with each member of the team. I felt God's love through them, and one thing that really struck me was was when we were really busy. We came back, and then I wanted to eat something. And then someone, I didn't expect him to get up and say, I'll cook for you, because we really respect him as he's older, so we want to respect him and then do something for him. But instead he turned around and offered to cook for me. But by that, I really felt God's love through him and his humbleness and his humility to just cook something, even though it's just cooking, but it really showed God's love, and that would really struck me. Yeah, and a challenge that I faced during our Saturday barbecue was we were standing chewing the flies from the food, and then two Palauans came. They were born there and they don't speak Palauan, so they came and they were talking, and this guy introduced the girl to me. Her name was Lily, and she said she's a new Christian, and so I felt like I should go talk with them. So they went and sat by themselves. And then, we were sitting, all together, and I turned, they were just sitting by themselves, so I went and tried to make a conversation with them. but they were kind of shy, so they like kept talking to each other. But when he said that she was a new Christian, I wanted to at least try and like ask how is it and stuff. But they kept talking with each other, and that made me feel awkward. So I just like ate my food and then just left. But then I had a feeling like I should have done something to really talk with her since she's a new Christian, and like yeah, that was one of the experience and challenges that I faced in Saipan. And thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have lots of things that I've been experienced during my trip to Saipan. What I would like to share is the hard things that I've been experienced, like waking up in the morning at 6 o'clock was in my type. But yeah, waking up early. Wait, let me just say the bad things that I experienced first. One, waking up at 6 o'clock, feeling some hotness in the room, feel so scary, looking out the window, see the jungles moving at night. I've been bit by mosquitoes, like over here on my arms are bit by mosquitoes. And the restroom being kind of far from our rooms is just hard for me, especially at nighttime. But what I would say is that all these bad things that I've experienced compared to what God's have been doing in my life wasn't the same. It's beyond good than what I've experienced. The other thing that I've experienced is standing in front of people, not feeling nervous, especially when I went to the high school at Mariana's high school. I was the one who was talking about the slide, like the pictures. I was so enjoying because I was like expecting that I'm gonna be like really shake when I stand in front of the students, because we were just like students. So I'm thankful that I get to talk. I think I was clear when I was talk about the slide. And the most thing that I've experienced during the trip was I've been fed with colorful foods, like colorful. And not just food, but I've been fed with the Word of God every morning. Every moment of my time, I've been fed with God's words and food. And like what Tom said, our relationship, if I were to compare our relationship here to our relationship at Saipan, I would say that like this was kind of loose, but then when we go to Saipan, it got tighter. So I'm thankful for that. And I also want to give thanks all of you for giving us in your guys' prayers. That trip, I was so worried. Like, I don't know if Alex would remember, I was kind of tear up when I was in the pavilion. I was really worried, but I'm thankful that we did it. Like the last part of Dr. Breed's sermon was finished well in Christ. So we did what we do at Saipan. I'm thankful for that. Thank you.
Like Jilda mentioned, she has struggles with getting annoyed with things really easily. I also have that struggle, but I also struggle with anxiety. So the first couple days was very stressful for me, even though a lot of times like, don't worry about it, it's fine. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's easier said than done. So, like someone with anxiety, you can't just tell them to calm down, because you can't. So yeah, it's just like getting through that, being able to sleep through the night without waking up and just being stressed out. But after I got through like the first couple days, the rest of the trip was really amazing. Like during the day, it was fine. Like it was just that nighttime, like trying to go to sleep, I just get really anxious and not be able to sleep through the night, and then we'd have to wake up at 7 in the morning. I'm like, I only slept for like 45 minutes. So, but yeah, I had a great time. I knew, beside the anxiety, I knew it was going to be a good trip when we got there at like 5 in the morning. I woke up around 10 because I couldn't sleep. Everybody else slept until maybe noon because you're supposed to. I was like, I can't sleep anymore. I'm gonna get up at 10 and get ready. And after I was done getting ready, I found the resident cat. Of course, I found, if there was going to be a resident cat, I was going to find it. So he pretty much just opened the door to like, okay, this is going to be a good trip. Like, I found this cat, and every day, like, I saw him and pet him at least once a day. And like the last couple of days, he was coming in to eat with us.
He wasn't dinner. He was actually part of the...
He was part of our dinner.
Okay,
He would just walk in and try to eat with us. Yeah, so it was just a lot of really fun experiences. It was like coming to PAU in the first place is a cultural experience. But going to Saipan was another different thing. So when we went to go to like Billy's family's house, or when Bentu's family came, I was nervous. I was so scared. I was like, I'm gonna offend somebody. Like I was just anxious and scared. I'm like, I don't know if I want to do this. So, but it was fun. Everybody enjoyed our company, and I'm like, am I doing this right? Am I thanking people properly? Like I just kept asking questions, and everybody was laughing at me. They're like, you're fine. But I had a wonderful time. Having fellowship time with Billy's family and Bentu's family, and that we were just blessed by all the people that were there on the campus and the churches. And 500 cells was probably my favorite experience. Like I just enjoyed being able to not only learn how to work the cells, but being able to learn how to build them. So it was just a really enlightening experience, and I was just really excited for what they were doing for like Micronesian people and how on fire they were for getting all these sails in the ocean. I'm like, I want to be a part of this so bad. So it was great. But yeah, thank you for I guess giving me the opportunity to go there. I'm excited that I was able to go to Saipan and enjoy the time with all of you guys, and I'm so happy that I grew closer to all of you during this week.
Good morning, everyone. I really don't know where to start. But first off, praise God. But before that, let me just correct my teammate. I think I should have said this maybe like a week ago, but some of you guys are addressing me as a leader, but the truth is not. I'm just like you guys. It's my first time going out on a mission trip, and yes, the difference is that I get to drive the current dogs. And first experience, I got lost. And we got lost, me and my team. Not just first, but we got lost on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And it was fun because we get to see the other places that the others didn't get the chance to see, right? Yes. Oh well. Not just that, I am totally agreeing with whoever says that the relationship there kind of grows bigger, tighter, whatever word, than here, because I get to, like, for example, Maddie. Here on campus, I always say, hi Maddie, good morning Maddie, that's it. Or, Maddie, send me your application, that's it. But back in Saipan, we get to take pictures together, like, do more than that. I was just saying this, but yeah, the relationship there can improve bigger, and I believe some people might say that we don't do enough ministering to people, or sharing the gospel to the people over there. But my personal thoughts was that maybe God wants us to minister to each other first. I forgot the rest. Challenge. One of the I agree with David when he says that baby is one of our main challenges. When something interesting is going on, one of us has to keep up our whatever just to be with baby. But it was fun though. Had great experience with in so many areas, so many places, so many things. With food, with people, with places. Yeah, just a lot. In short, check out my Facebook. I've created a Saipan album, so yeah, maybe you guys can see the real story there. Thank you.
At 6 a.m. to cook me breakfast. And it's really humbling to see just how hard they worked and how hard they served the island of Saipan. Yeah, Nai mentioned like maybe we didn't do as much as we thought. I think the exact opposite. I think our team completed the mission and did exactly what we were supposed to do and built some incredible relationships. So, yeah. The other thing is the relationships that we built. We were doing several different things, and sometimes we were only doing them for one day, but when we did that, like, we were just building like really like great connections with people, whether it was 500 cells or Mariana's high school or the beach outreach, what else did we do? The construction at YWAM. We made some real relationships there that people are adding us on Facebook and we don't even know how to pronounce their last name. But they want to be connected with us. They were so happy to have us come, and they were so friendly and welcoming. Bintu's friends and family, Billy's family, like they really went out of their way to like serve us when we came to serve them. So it was really humbling and it was a great blessing. I think the last thing I want to say is, of course, the unity that has been created within this team. Yeah, you get to really know people when you work alongside them in ministry, not just mentally, but physically, spiritually. We've built those connections, and so thank you for that. Not only did you pray for us, but you guys also helped send us. You guys helped organize, you helped fund, and most importantly, the prayers. So this trip happened in big part because of you. But yeah, I just want to say, like, we are so unified. Like, in the beginning of the trip, you think like we're unified, and then like maybe it'll fade over time. We did the exact opposite. Our unification grew more and more, so much that when we were leaving the Saipan airport, we didn't even want to go through TSA without each other. So we went as a huge group. Like, it took long, but we didn't, like, we just wanted to stay together. Like, I don't know, it cracked me up because at the beginning, like, we all went our separate ways, and then eventually we met up at the gate. But then as a team, we felt that we had to go through TSA together. But yeah, just thank you. And I don't know what else to say. So.
Well, I forgot to say something. I'm not sure if this students did check their Facebook, but one lost sheep messaged me this morning that because of this thing, she came back to Christ.
Amen.
All right, thank you everyone for listening. This is the Saipan team, and if you want to know more, you can sit them down one-on-one and talk about it. We talk about PIU a lot. A lot of people, they're like, oh, where is that school? And so that gives us the opportunity to share about PIU, and hopefully we will have students coming from Saipan. They're showing their interest in taking in knowing the Bible and the Word of God.
Maybe some tourists.
Those tourists will also visit our website and find out about our programs. I left all the brochures and materials that we take them with us, because we still have a good number of them. And Freddie will be helping us giving those out. He also said that he has some applications as well. And I told him, please do that, give it to the churches. And the thing that amazed me is the connection between the Chukis churches and the Palauan church that that we work with. They're all working together at some point. And I asked him that he can just pass those information to them if they need it. And so YWAM is a new thing to some of the students. They just heard about YWAM when we were on Saipan, and I told them YWAM has been existing even before PIU. And it's been great relationship that we work with them on their base. We help building putting the new roof and all that. And yeah, they were really excited that we were there with them. And a lot of things happening. And I think that some of the students, they said, I wish I could stay longer. I said, no, we have to go back and do our homeworks and everything. So yeah, thank you again for your prayers. And we really experienced the love of God through people and through relationships that were built during the time. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Saipan Mission Trip 2018. Let's go.